receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Play action on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well-earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice power. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Makes the grab. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Nice job going for it on 4th down. You pick up the first. You've got the ball at the 1-yard line. Let's just run the ball again right here.
He wants to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, LSU! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Shoot, quick toss to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've already converted a 4th down here in the 1st quarter, and they'll try it again. Keeps it on the draw. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, fine. I mean, you want to find that matchup. He's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires downfield. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The offense changing the play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Plucks it out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Tigers in the hurry-up. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. It's a seam wide open, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You've got to put pressure on the quarterback. You've got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Never a doubt. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Out of the gun, the give to the back. For 6, they'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And in that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
4th down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay the drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's ball. Oh, better look out. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up 14 over the Rebels. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a spot in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw. It's Glagway. A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Clark. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. They just keep firing. Flushed out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to fire on second down. This time it's complete. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The throw. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Let's go. To the air. It's Glagway. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw.
Going for it all. He's going for the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Makes the grab, and they will score! Touchdown, Florida!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling that something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Fair catch, called for and made. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's open on the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Complete downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll go with a direct snap. stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Absolutely center cut. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got the first down and more. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back on the option to give. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
He'll keep it on the sneak. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Lagway. Trying to set up the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. An offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. He's looking to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Give to the running back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Running back searching for a hole.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught near the sticks. It's ball. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's ball. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Fires on the move. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jackson. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking to pass. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense. You take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it in the middle. It's Dura. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The pull and throw off the RPO. Lots of running room. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's ball. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock climbing. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Never a doubt.
It's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Lagway. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Pulls it in on the left. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator!
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over the Groupers. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this game.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So, big ranked win today. And who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.